Henry Ford wasn't just a man who built cars. He was a revolutionary who changed what was possible for the average person. Some people follow the rules and accept the world as it is. And then there are people who rewrite the rules completely, creating a new path through vision and determination. Henry Ford was clearly the second type, a man whose ideas pushed humanity into the modern age. Born on July 30, 1863 in a simple farmhouse in Michigan, Ford didn't grow up with money or privilege. But even as a boy surrounded by fields and wooden barns, he saw beyond the ordinary. He knew that machines could change life. While other kids worked the farm or played, Henry took apart watches, repaired tools, and even built a small steam engine at the age of 15. His father expected him to take over the farm, but Henry's mind was already moving toward a different future. At 16, in 1879, Ford made a bold choice. He left home with only curiosity, ambition, and a few dollars. He went to Detroit, where he trained as a machinist. There, he learned how engines worked and spent long hours repairing machines and studying gasoline engines. But his real dream was simple and radical: to build a vehicle that anyone could afford. At a time when horse rules rose and cars were toys for the rich, this idea sounded impossible. Ford's early attempt failed. Investors pulled back. Many people mocked the idea of horses' carriages, calling them noisy and unreliable. But Ford didn't quit. He believed failure was a lesson, not the end. Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. He proved his ideas by racing his own cars and gaining new supporters. In 1893, he built the quadricycle, a simple, four-wheeled vehicle that he drove through Detroit at night, surprising everyone. In 1903, Ford founded the Ford Motor Company in a small workshop. 5 years later, in 1908, he introduced the car that changes the world, the Model T. It wasn't luxurious or beautiful, but it was strong, easy to fix, and affordable. It was designed for farmers, workers, and families, for everyday life. Its price dropped from $825 to as low as $260, making it something almost everyone could buy. By 1927, more than 15 million Model Ts had been produced, nearly half of all cars in the world. But Ford's greatest achievement wasn't the car itself, it was the system he created to build it. In 1913, he introduced the moving assembly line, inspired by meatpacking plants. Instead of one worker building a whole car, each worker did one task while the car moved along a conveyor. What once took 12 hours now took only 93 minutes. Production exploded, prices fell, and the automobile became a basic part of life. America became faster, more mobile, and more connected. Ford didn't just build cars, he changed the idea of progress. He believed that innovation should help everyone. In 1914, he shocked the business world by raising workers' pay to $5 a day, double the usual wage, and reducing the workday to 8 hours. This wasn't charity, it was vision. Workers who earned more stayed longer, worked better, and could even afford the cars they built. It helped create the middle class and pushed other companies to improve working conditions. He also cared deeply about education, history, and community life. Married to Clara Bryant since 1888, he lived simply, focused on family, work, and ideas that help society. Henry Ford died on April 7, 1947, at the age of 83, in his Dearborn. A quiet ending for a man who brought so much power to the world, but his influence never faded. Every modern factory, every highway, and every belief that ordinary people deserve extraordinary opportunities carries his impact. Ford's stories teach one clear truth. You don't need permission to change the world. You don't need wealth or status. You need a vision, discipline, and the courage to continue when others doubt you. Henry Ford didn't wait for the future. He built it, step by step, idea by idea. And so can you. What is your Model T? What rule will you rewrite today? The tools are in your hands. Start building.